We are live now, we can start.
Hello everyone, I am Dharitri Bora, your host for today's session. Greeting you all a very warm welcome. I am a student of Guwahati University doing Masters in Women Studies, bringing you all a very new educational session of Enajori with our guest, Dr. Satyajit Das sir. Today, Sir Satyajit Das is going to talk and enlighten us about the issues and challenges about of higher education of India as per the new education policy 2020. Before starting our session, I would like to start and say few words about Enajori. Enajori is a non-profitable organization which was formed on 2018 by our founder Milindatta sir. Enajori means a bond of love. It signifies an unconditional love. Enajori engages and promotes various initiatives that are looking forward to bring a social change. It's helping many peoples in building their leadership qualities and enhancing their entrepreneurship abilities in the northeastern region of India. Enajori is also engaged in many field activities like educating peoples about gender and sexuality and spreading awareness, working with art and craft, animal welfare to protect environment, people, old people shelter houses, and many more. Now, let me introduce you all our speaker of today's session, Dr. Satyajit Das sir. Sir Satyajit Das has been serving as an assistant teaching faculty in tourism and travel management, that is TTM, at Bhattadev University, Pathshala, Assam. He was awarded with Research Excellence by the Institute of Scholars, Bangalore, and he was also an international panelist come speaker in the International World Tourism Conference at Chiangmai, Thailand in 2019. He has acted as a judge and a quizmaster of various debate, elocution, recitation, etc. He has also played the role of well-known writer of various memorables and colorful travelogues. Now, I would like to hand over this session to Sir Dr. Satyajit Das. Sir, আপনি এটা continue কৰিব
No
পাৰে.
problem. No problem. Hello, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay, then thank you, Dharitri and entire Anazari team, Giti Smita, and also this Akanksa, and also very good evening to all of you. Actually, today's topic, as you have entrusted me to deliver some insights and highlighted the issues and challenges regarding the new national education policy 2020 of India, especially in the higher education sector. I am not expert in the in this field, and I am not a very specialist kind of person and regarding this specific and very important field like the education policy of the national education policy that is newly drafted by the prominent ISRO scientists, Indian Space Research Organization scientists, and ISRO chairman Krishna Swami Kasturi Rangan, the famous ISRO scientist, internationally rapport scientist. And as we all know that the NEP is a very vast topic, and NEP is a very vast subject, and there are a lot of issues and a lot of aspects, lots of content belong to this or comprised in this NEP. Especially today, I have just highlighted the special issues and contents about regarding the higher education scenario of India. That is topic is called the higher education of India in NEP 2020. Issues and challenges. This is called অসমীয়া ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় শিক্ষানীতি 2020 ভাৰতৰ উচ্চ শিক্ষা ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় শিক্ষানীতিত ভাৰতৰ উচ্চ শিক্ষা সমস্যাবহুল বিষয়বস্তু আৰু প্ৰত্যাহ্বানসমূহ actually in previous NEP, there are a lot of national education policy was initiated in the post-independence era in India by the government of India. In previously in 1986, the national policy on education was established by the then under the prime ministership of Rajiv Gandhi, and after the 36 years, maybe after the 36 years, this newly uh, introduced or newly drafted National Education Policy 2020 will ready to implement in entire educational scenario of the country like our India. Uh, in this policy, that what I have understood and I have gone through very little, and I have studied this NEP actually very little time, and my limitations are very much there, because I am not a very educational specialist, and but as a part and parcel of this higher education scenario of India and Assam, or about the northeastern region, I am also concerned about the education, what it should be and what it ought not be at par in the different challenges and different issues respecting the issues which have compared to the other states and other countries of the world. Uh, Especially, I'm directly go through the higher education of India NEP. Just I have highlighted the key issues. Yeah, key issues. মুখ্য বিষয়সমূহ key issues. Actually, this higher education in India is up for an overhaul. It's up for an overhaul with this new national education policy 2020, bringing in changes, bringing in multi-dimensional perspectives, or like right from the regulatory framework to curriculum structure and resource environment. Previously, our higher education was uh, largely emphasized on the curriculum based, and also the research and other issues are not very emphasized in higher education sector also. Maybe the research are initiated, research are done, that there are different researches are done in different disciplines in the universities, in the IITs or NITs, the higher educational institutions of India. But in commonly, the research, the term research, I have specially emphasized the term research. Research is not very uh, small term in terms of educational and academic arena of India, or in international level. Research is very important in higher education level. So in this NEP, the special features that uh, I have found, that is called the research environment. This NEP especially emphasizes on the research environment, and also the some multidimensional perspectives. That multidimensional perspectives are the senses that has brought by this higher education, the whole brought by this NEP 2020 in higher education sector of our country. So right from the regulatory framework to curriculum structure and research environment. In case of higher education, this our regulatory framework is like that UGC, this University Grants Commission. Now this is financially, this is Usatar Shiksha Abhiyan, Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan. That is called UGC, is the highest or epitome or apex regulatory board for the higher education in India. But now it is seen that there are some senses, will be happen through the, this NEP, if it will be implemented properly, if it will be executed properly in the next 4 to 5 years in the country, in the higher educational scenario in the country. So regulatory framework to curriculum structure and research environment. Basically, three emphasizes are there: the right from the regulatory framework, and it's called curriculum structure and the research environment. As we know, this is called research environment is specially emphasized here. And also, the first and foremost, the announcement of the much awaited NEP, the announcement of the much awaited NEP, the Union Education Minister, formerly it was called as HRD, Human Resource Development Minister, like Dharmendra Pradhan, has cleared the path, has stated that NEP 2020 has cleared the path for setting up a single regulatory body for countries' higher education. He has he stated that Dharmendra Pradhan, the Education Minister of India, the announcement of the much awaited NEP 2020 has cleared the path for setting up a single regulatory body for countries' higher education. Single regulatory body. The regulatory body that is to be named as the regulatory body that is to be named as the Higher Education Commission of India, HCCI, the regulatory body. Initially it was a UGC, University Grants Commission, Vishwavidyalaya Anudan Ayog. Now it may be transformed into a Higher Education Commission of India as a new regulatory body, a single regulatory body will function as the single authority for all public and private educational institutions. The Higher Education Commission of India will will take the responsibility to do all the all the works and all the tasks related with the higher education or function as a single authority or all public and private higher educational institutions except the law and medical education. Except the law and education. Law and medical education uh, is outside of this umbrella. This is called a Higher Education Commission of India. And after that, the next special kind of thing is that in addition, the National Research Foundation in addition, the National Research Foundation will be created to oversee all the research activities and research capacities to be carried out by the various academic institutions in the country. The research activities, the research capacities that has been carried out by the different prominent educational institutions, higher educational institutions, maybe with the colleges, universities, institutions, research institution, that all these are under the framework of this called the National Research Foundation. This National Research Foundation is also the part of this Higher Education Commission of India. The NEP 2020 has aimed at another most important point regarding NEP 2020 for the higher education. The NEP or the National Education Policy 2020 has aimed at almost doubling doubling the gross enrollment ratios, GER, the gross enrollment ratio in higher education to 5% by the gross enrollment ratio of the higher education in India to 5% by the year 2035. After this year is 2023 and another 2 years, 2025, and almost after 12 years, this NEP will be targeted to doubling the gross enrollment ratio in higher education on India to 5% by the year 2035, almost 12 years after later, as compared to the current 26.3% ZER. The gross enrollment ratio in higher education in India is now is 26.3% only, which would be enhanced, which would be increased, which will be targeted to increase by this NEP 2020 implementation, that is called the 5% in the year 2035. It also the provision for greater autonomy to the academic institution. Another is an important point. It's called George enrollment ratio will be targeted to increase or enhance. And another important is that it also has the provision or greater autonomy to the academic institutions offering quality higher education. Our colleges, many mixed, or the colleges of the colleges of the states of India are mostly affiliated to a university. So there are not there are no there are very little or very few autonomous colleges in the different colleges are situated or located in different states of India, but through implementation or execution of this NEP 2020, there is another provision that to offer to offer or the to provide more autonomy to the colleges to offer more autonomy or greater autonomy to the colleges or academic institutions offering quality higher education. Quality higher education. The purpose is to provide quality higher education. That's why there is a provision in NEP 2020 to provide a greater autonomy with the colleges uh, which have which have assessed or which have benefited or which have now as a autonomous college which are becoming a autonomous college, then these colleges are not under the some bindings and regulations of a university. The colleges have gained the independence to structuring their own syllabus to new courses, etc., etc. Okay. Then we then we are going to the key issues of the higher educations. মুখ্য বিষয়সমূহ উচ্চ শিক্ষাৰ মুখ্য বিষয়সমূহ. So the key issues of higher education, I have just highlighted about that. Have you got it? My points. Have you got it? Do you have any problem
Uh,
regarding hearing
yes,
or
sir.
listening?
No, in middle,
Okay.
your voice is glitching, but it's okay. I can
Okay.
understand you.
Can I proceed here?
Yes, yes, you can proceed.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So, National Education Policy 2020, the key issues maybe thus as they have written in the National Education Policy 2020, the key issues just I have discussed and I have provided the information to you that that's gross enrollment ratio that is targeted in the year 2035. The gross enrollment ratio will be enhanced to 5% from the present 26%
Sir, you're not audible. I guess
50%. Yeah, yeah. May I audible?
Yes,
Can
yes,
I audible?
yes.
Yes, yeah. So gross enrollment ratio in higher education in India to be raised to 50% by 2035. It is one of the key issue and key points. Around 3.5 crore seats to be added in higher education. Seats in higher education, including undergraduate and postgraduate education. Around 3.5 crores seats to be added. Now, how many seats are allotted? I don't have any data regarding this, but in NEP 2020, it is said that around 3.5 crore to be added in higher education in India. Seats are added in higher education. Uh, Another key points is that the undergraduate education, which may be the bachelor education, so BA, BSc, BCom, BTech, all these things are undergraduate education can be of 3, 2, or 4 years with multiple exit or entry options and appropriate certifications at different levels. So multiple exit and multiple entry options. And also, we will discuss later on in details. Academic bank of credits. This is the main issue. That is the main key points of NEP 2020. The academic bank of credits to be established, facilitate the transfer of credits for lateral admission of the other institutions. So it should be initiated to establish a academic bank of credits to facilitate the transfer of credit for lateral and admission to the another or other institutions. And then next is the most important emphasizes the most important points is that the multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary education and research in universities. Multidisciplinary education and research university, MERU, MERU, multidisciplinary education and research university at par with Indian Institute of Technologies and National Institute of Technologies to be set up as a best multidisciplinary education of global standards in the country. This is the most important point. Now we are in higher education of India, and uh, we have said or we have talked various times about the multidisciplinary subjects or multidisciplinary disciplines, and also the interdisciplinary aspects. So but we do not have any basic or specific curriculum or specific framework for the interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary subject in colleges and university. At least colleges, universities, some universities uh, have opened multidisciplinary courses before the 10 before the last decades also. So now the colleges, basically in our states, the colleges of Assam under Dibrugarh universities and called this Guwahati University and also the Assam University, um, uh, I don't think that uh, any colleges have offered the multidisciplinary courses. And after passing these multidisciplinary courses, what the students have faced, this this will be not to talk with you. So it is a very dangerous situation after passing this multidisciplinary courses like computer sciences or all these things. Women studies, yours, all of you have studied the women studies also. It is called a very good and very uh, 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 very nice multidisciplinary subjects like cultural studies, tourism, travel, all those things. Huh? What what is the present condition and present states, and all these subjects are not basically structured or was not basically opened for the students in the different colleges, and the government have not given any post for the lectureship or assistant professorship. So after passing these courses by post graduation, the students do not have any option in comparison to the other conventional or other traditional subjects like political science, economics, geography, history. But after passing the women's studies, we do not have any option to go to the apply for the post in any colleges. So till now the do not have colleges have not given any importance to open all these things. Huh. So multidisciplinary education of global standards at the country to be set up as a multidisciplinary education and research university, Meru, as per the as per with the IIT, Indian Institute of Technologies, and IIM standards. And after that, we have already discussed about the National Research Foundations will be created as a apex body for the fostering the strong research culture and research capacity across higher education. Research culture to be generated in colleges, maybe in colleges we do not have, or we do not have any vision to develop the research culture, research uh, research psychology. We just provided the notes and general notes to for passing the sessional exams, midterm exams, and final semester exams. and also going to do some project work, and all maximum 90 or 95% students do through the searching the Google and pasting all it and producing this report. And for the lacking of time, teachers are also, oh, these are very good, so you are passing all these courses and now you are become a first class graduate. But this he or she, the students, he or she do not have any concept, or do not have any do not have any ideas or perception regarding what is research, because they have not educated by the research methodological approaches. So so these are the happening on, not only the students, because teachers are also, because most teachers are most teachers are recruited without PhDs or MPhils. Then the teachers do not have any deep knowledge about the methodologies, that how can they, the teachers, not all, I do not have right to generalize all the teachers. Maybe in master degrees, in postgraduates, there is a paper called research methodology. Without this paper, how he or she may be expert in providing the insights about the how can we do the field work or field study, how can we collect the data, or how can we collect the how can we follow the methods for collecting the data, how can the data be analyzed qualitatively, quantitatively. So in degree or in undergraduate level, there is a very poor scenario, seen among the colleges, all of the different colleges of Assam. I have also experienced all these things regarding past 14 years. So in colleges, so just like copy and pasting all these things, the report, and they have given the so many marks by the mane, advice of the head of the department. So please give the so many marks to this, then he or she maybe get first class, and I have uh, so the department will be famed for the producing lot of first classes in undergraduate level. So this is the not a very quality education. This type of education will be constrained for imparting the quality education. So the research is very essential, and NEP is very welcome for emphasize all these things. So uh, research National Research Foundation will be established under the Higher Education Commission of India to overall assessment of the research culture and research capacities of the different higher education institutions. So, affiliation, another higher education commission is it is also called the affiliation of colleges is to be phased out. Before we have discussed about all these things, this affiliation of colleges, just like the colleges, different colleges have affiliated under Guwahati or Dibrugarh University, Assam University. So affiliation of colleges is to be phased out next for 15 years, and stage-wise mechanism is to be established for grant autonomy to colleges. So autonomy will be grant, that there will be some mechanism. This mechanism will be prepared, and according to this mechanism, the the greater autonomy to be provided to the colleges, and affiliation to be phased out the next 15 years. And another aspect is the key aspect that I have highlighted. I want to highlight it here, that this, besides the above key sciences, the NEP 2020 has proposed to set up an autonomous body, the National Educational Technology Forum. This is the most important aspect. This in the higher education sector, which have stated in the NEP 2020, National Educational Technology Forum, NETF, National Educational Technology Forum, to provide a platform, for free and that is very important. Free exchange of sharing the ideas about the educational technology in order to enhance what? Learning, assessment, planning, and administration. So we are do not have still now the technologically crazy or technology crazy. Crazy means or techno savvy. This is savvy is a prominent word. So National Educational Technology Forum to provide a platform for free exchange, of ac- ideas of how to use technology in order to enhance what planning, learning, assessment and administration. In administration, in planning, in assessment, in learning, the technology will be used. Hmm. Technology will be used more in comparison to the present days of educational uh, framework. So another main issues regarding your subject, that is called as your women studies, that you have better known than me about this. The national education policy has also emphasized on setting up of a gender inclusion fund. That is your subject, that you are you will be the expert for this regarding points, which is aimed at creating an environment. The gender inclusion fund, which is aimed at creating an environment of equitable and quality education for girls. Gender inclusion fund, which is aimed at creating environment for equitable and fair quality of education for girls as well as transgender students. Also, as per National Education Policy document, special education zones will be created for disadvantaged regions and groups, which will make higher education opportunities more accessible for students. So, gender inclusion fund, which is aimed at creating an environment of equitable and fair quality of education for girls as well as transgender students. Also, as per the NEP National Education Policy 2020 document, special education zones (SCZ), it was previously a special education zone. This is special economic zone. Also, the special education zones will be created for disadvantaged regions, some uh, peripheral regions, some remote areas, some remote regions. There will be some special education zones for disadvantaged regions and groups which will make higher education opportunities more accessible for students. So which will make higher education will more accessible and for students more will create opportunities and accessibility for students, because the five pillars of National Education Policy 2020 always said this, that the five pillars are comprised of the what? Huh? Accessibility, quality, equity, affordability, huh? Accessibility, quality, equity, affordability, and what? Hello, can I audible to all of you?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Ah, so accessibility is a very important aspects. So the higher education, access all the opportunities of higher education by the disadvantaged regions and disadvantaged groups. So NEP has proposed to establish or initiate the special education zone for the disadvantaged region and groups, and through which they have able to access the opportunities of higher education. Okay, so flexible UG courses with multiple entries and exits. So it is very important. Flexible undergraduate courses with multiple entries and exits. Our undergraduate is concluded in 6 years. Sorry, 3 years
3
with
years.
6 semesters. Yeah, yeah. So 3 year degree course basically, na?
Yeah,
3 years.
yes,
But in NEP 2020, there is a provision of multiple entries and exits in undergraduate or UG courses. So it is stated that the students will now have options of multiple exits during their undergraduate program. For example, a student can exit just after first year of graduation, with a he will or she will be awarded with a certificate. Hmm. Or she opts to exit after the second year, he or she will be awarded with a advanced diploma. In second year exit, he or she will be awarded with an advanced diploma. In first year exit, he or she will be awarded with a certificate. And when, as usual, the third year of the UG completion will result in a bachelor degree, as it is like we have done this bachelor. So third year UG program, just BA degree, a bachelor degree, or BA, BSc become all these things. And after fourth year, 4 years, fourth year of UG program, bachelor's degree with research. The research is initiated in undergraduate levels. In bachelor's degree, after passing the 3-year degree course, then in fourth years, he or she will be opted, or he or she will be taken a topic for research, like our PG after completion of postgraduate MA, MSc, MCom. Then we will go for the research, MPhil or PhD. So MPhil maybe not now. So PhD. So after completion of 3 years bachelor degree, he or she will be now able to now able to initiate the research, now able to do the research, and then he or she will be awarded with a bachelor degree with research. It's a specialized degree. Bachelor degree with research. So another further, the entry earned at various levels will get credited into a digitalized academic bank of credit. Uh, before just a few minutes ago, we have discussed about the academic banks of credit. So credits earned at various levels will get credited into a digitalized academic banks of credit. Students can use their credits to take admission in another institution for further studies, or to continue their studies for the remaining years of their graduation courses. So it is very flexible. So flexibility is the main criteria, or flexibility is the main option for this new education policy 2020. So students may exit, student may and completion of their bachelors, they have used their credits. It's called the digitalized academic bank of credits to take admission into the future to the other institutions with their with their previous bank of credits. There is a flexibility. There is a no any hardening rules or regulations to obtain the degree from a similar colleges, from a similar institutions. There is no hard and fast rule, but there is a flexibility. He or she may exit with academic banks, digitalized academic bank of credits. He may be awarded according to the years. He or she may be awarded the certificate after 1 year. He or she may be awarded advanced diploma after 2 years. He or she may be awarded bachelor degree after 3 years, or he or she may be awarded what? Bachelor with research degree after 4 years. Or he or she may be not able to complete their bachelor's degree. He or she may be exited from the 2 years with advanced diploma or certificate. Then their academic bank, their credits are deposited in academic bank, and that type of credits will be used by him or she, by them, to take admission for completion of their bachelor's degree in the another institutions also. There is a flexibility. So a single regulatory body with four verticals. It is not a single regulatory body. After UGC will not be no longer be uh, present in future. There will be a Higher Education Commission of India. That is, the Higher Education Commission of India, a single regulatory body, will guide higher education in India. The regulatory body named as Higher Education Commission of India (HCCI) will have four verticals to deal with different functions of higher education. It's very important and most prominent aspects of this new education policy 2020 for higher education in India. It is a single regulatory board will be initiated, will be created. This is called Higher Education Commission of India in lieu of this UGC at present. And this Higher Education Commission of India will be or will have as four verticals, and this four verticals under the umbrella of Higher Education Commission of India, these four verticals to deal with different functions of higher education, like National Higher Education Regulatory Council, NEHRC, National Higher Education Regulatory Council. The function of this, the main key function of this, creating and implementing higher education regulation, creating and implementing higher education regulation in all over India, in different higher education institutions, including colleges, institutes, and universities. It is NHERC, National Higher Education Regulatory Commission. Sorry, Council. National Higher Education Regulatory Council. And next, General Education Council, GEC, General Education Council. It is standard setting for academia. General Education Council, standard setting for academia. This is directly concerned with the academics or academia. But course structure framing, or all this syllabus, syllabi, all these things. So higher education grants council, grant, financial grant, all these things. These financial grants now have operated by this Usatar Hikka Vision. This will be Higher Education Grounds Council, HCGC, for funding academic and research activities. So you will get a PhD seat or PhD. You will pass the you will qualify for the entrance examination in PhD in any universities in India, both central or both state universities, maybe private universities. You will get some fellowship also, maybe for the Higher Education Grants Council for funding academic and research activities, and National Accreditation Council. Now we have a NEC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council. Now it will be modified as National Accreditation Council, NAC, accreditation to academic institution. This is the assessment body. So four verticals under Higher Education Commission of India: National Education, National Higher Education Regulatory Council, NEHRC, National Higher Education Regulatory Council. Next is General Education Council, GEC. Next is what? Higher Education Grants Council,
Yes,
HCGC,
HGC.
and National Accreditation Council,
Uh,
NAC. These are the main four verticals of under HCCI, Higher Education Commission of India. So research, another I have we have emphasized on research, because this is the emphasizing aspects of the higher education, National Education Policy 2020 of India. As per the National Legal Policy, we have discussed about the centrally named as National Research Foundation will be created to build a strong research culture and capacities across different domains in higher education. So all the research will be under the overview of National Research Foundation. National Research Foundation to enhance both quality and capacity of academic research. The government will establish a, previously we have discussed about MERU. This is called multidisciplinary education and research universities at par with the IITs and IIMs. So greater autonomy and multidisciplinary oppose one of the most uh, prominent and most important essential aspects of this NEP 2020. The policy has envisioned phasing out the system of affiliations over the next 15 years, as I have told already, and providing graded autonomy to colleges. Thus, over the coming decade, every college would develop into either an autonomous degree granting college or a constituent college of a university. Degree granting college. Degree grants also under the purview of these colleges. Colleges have the autonomy to propose or to open some new vocational courses, new degree granting courses, certificate, diploma, degrees, all these things. They have the colleges have the power. The colleges have the autonomy to do. And now at present days, the colleges do not have the autonomy. Colleges have taken some permission or approval from the universities, affiliating universities. Then after that, colleges will be able to do the same. So now it will be granted the greater autonomy to the colleges, and colleges are for the degree granting or maybe the constituent college of a university. Also, the national education policy aims at the fostering educational excellence and promoting the
হেল্ল' ছাৰ আপোনাৰ ভিডিঅ'টো পজ হৈ গৈছে একো শুনা পোৱা নাই
focus as I have in standalone technical universities like engineering colleges, engineering universities. Shuna poa nai niki? Can you to all of you?
হয়
Can I audible?
পজ হৈ গৈছিলে অলপ টাইমৰ কাৰণে পজ হৈ গৈছিলে আপোনাৰ ভিডিঅ'টো
হয় হয় এতিয়া শুনিছো নে শুনিছানে
হয় হয়
হয় হয় হয় ঠিক আছে so for example so multidisciplinary culture multidisciplinary approach is initiated in this NEP 2020 so for example stand alone the technical universities like engineering colleges technical institutions universities health science universities medical colleges medical universities legal law judicial academy and law universities, agriculture universities, etc., will be held to become multidisciplinary institutions. So, some multidisciplinary institutions will be created under the Meru scheme of the NEP 2020 Multidisciplinary Education and Research Universities. They will be they will be cooperated by the standalone the professional universities like the engineering colleges or the technical universities medical college or medical universities or health science universities agricultural universities and also the legal law universities or law academies also this so multidisciplinary education will properly be initiated with the support and cooperation of the all technical or professional course-based universities. So last is technology in higher education. Technology use of technology. Hmm. So National Education Policy 2020 has emphasized the use of technology in multiple ways to enhance the teaching learning experience, and also to make quality education accessible for masses. It is the most important point that has been highlighted in NEP 2020 that use of technology in multiple ways to enhance the teaching learning experience and also to make quality education accessible for the masses. As for National Education Policy document, the use of technology will be taken to the next level to ensure preparedness with alternative mode of quality education wherever traditional and in-person modes of education are not possible. So where in-person and traditional mode of education are not possible in that type of regions, in that type of areas, in that type of localities, some institutions are created or established for imparting the technology-based courses, technology-based education. Uh, the step carries special significance in the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic. When the COVID-19 pandemic had happened, we all are engaged in the online mode of classes, and it was the first beginning of the online mode of classes, or it was the first beginning of the digital digital usage of teaching learning process in so vastly and so vastly in Indian, or in every every aspect of Indian education in India. Which this is the digital education or online education had already very popular in the developed countries, in European countries, in westernized countries. But in India, during COVID-19 pandemic, we have very we have very attached with this. We are very, we have bound to attach all through this digital mode of education. This is called the online mode of education or online education. So we have today discussing here, I have delivered to you. This is also a digital mode of communication, or digital, or the online education system. This type of education will be imparted in the remotest areas or disadvantaged areas, where specifically the in-person education, or the uh, in-person education is not possible, or the traditional education is not possible. To promote online educational to promote online education and digital education, a dedicated unit will be set up to facilitate building of digital infrastructure, digital content, and also look after the e-education. So it is to promote through NEP. It is stated that to promotion of online and online education and digital education, a dedicated unit will be set up for facilitate building of digital infrastructure, digital content, and also to look after the e-education. E-education needs at the level of both school and higher education. In schooling, maybe today's in schools also, the digital education or online education has been properly promoted or has been properly used. Maybe some remotest areas, on some peripheral areas and remotest localities, they do not have used properly because of the various constraints regarding the networking or all these things, or electricity problems. So another is called online and education and digital education, and further under the open and distance learning. This in Guwahati University, you have seen always the IDOL, Institute of Distance and Open Learning, under the purview of this open and distance learning of the UGC, and will be more relevant with credit-based recognition of massive open online courses. This is called MOOCs. All of you have known very well about the MOOCs, massive open online courses. All of you are used all these massive open online course, MOOCs online courses, to make these courses as far with the high quality in class programs. So MOOCs are also initiated and promoted in during the classes, offline classes. During the offline classes in schools, in secondary education also, in higher education also, in colleges and universities also, in offline classes, the MOOCs courses are also initiated for promoting this open and distance learning activities. The government will set up an autonomous body, National Educational Technology Forum, as I have said earlier, NETF, which will work as a platform for free exchange of ideas, the use of technology to enhance, I have already said, enhance learning, assessment, planning, and administration. These are the key features of higher education. And basically, all of you have known about the key features of higher education, but we have discussed today uh, given some or taking some insights from the NEP 2020 draft, and also uh, these are the issues, or these are the and after that, mm, uh, we have now we are coming to about the challenges. Problems are there. We have discussed about the challenges. What are the challenges? Then we will discuss about the problems. The problems maybe lies under the challenges. This is called the uh, How many times left for me? 33?
Yes, I guess we have 20
How
minutes,
many?
maybe 10 to 15 minutes, I guess we have.
Okay. Within 9 or 7 minutes, I will try to finish here, na? Then you will be open. You will open this for questions sessions or all other things. So key challenges of NEP 2020 in regarding higher education scenario or higher education sector in India, like challenges for the parents and students or guardians in NEP, challenges for the guardians because the parents have no means of ideas regarding national education policy. We as a academy or academic person or maybe connected or related with the academia of the academic scenario of the country, of the state, of the region, by any means, by teaching, by learning, by as a teacher, as a student. But the guardians, all the guardians are not very well educated. Hmm. So all the parents are not very well educated and they do not have any awareness regarding the newly proposed or newly drafted the National Education Policy 2020 or what are the key issues and what will be the problems for their child, for their children who have who have who may be the students of different schools, different colleges, different universities. So the policy has framed utmost importance. Still, the parents find it difficult to come up with clear set of ideas and knowledge regarding the national education policy. This is very much true with respect to the uh, all kinds of education because this clearly separate the generation X from generation Y and upcoming generation as well. In the current scenario of COVID-19 pandemic, parents have no clue regarding the online education, which is currently being followed with which is a trauma. The National Education Policy 2020 has become a challenge to be faced by the parents with respect to the students' education. The parents are always no no all the parents 96% parents are not very technologically savvy but technically very accurate. Hmm. So uh, parents do not have any knowledge regarding the technology. So technological uses are always based on some different considerations, different aspects, because the financial aspects are also there, and financial aspects may be provided by the parents or guardians, and they may be able to do that to provide financial assistance to using the technological aspects or online digital aspects in the home or in the institute. So uh, parents are always unaware regarding in country like India, in the state like Assam, there are various rural areas, remotest areas, hilly areas, remotest villages. Those the 96% parents do not have any academic or educational uh, educational background. So they may be the parents in case of secondary education, in case of higher education, the parents should be what? The parents should be aware by the academic institutions about the new education policy and what are the key issues and what may be the challenges, what may be the problems if it will be implemented. Then they should be they should be known at least the key issues, the problems and challenges regarding the new education policy. These are the challenges, and also uh,
Hello, sir.
with respect with
Uh, your video has been paused. Uh, I guess some
so hello.
network problem.
So there is a very hello. Can I audible? Yes. Can I audible to all of
Yes,
you?
sir.
Hello.
Yes, you're
Is it
audible.
okay now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
right. So flexibility.
But
There is a multiple and
your video has been paused.
Okay, okay, okay. I will back now. I will back this row.
Yes, yes.
Now my video is available now.
Your voice is breaking. Uh, Hello.
Hello.
So, yeah, I guess we are having a network issue. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Directly, this is Milin Datta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, as a host, I would expect you to talk to the what do you call speaker beforehand and test the system. And you should also, did you get a material about the hosting stuff? Because you should talk with him beforehand, check the network, and also tell him to close all other apps. If his voice is cutting, dropping again and again, then ask him to turn off the video. Maybe all the apps should be closed, right? Did you
Yes,
get a handbook of how to host an event?
yes, yes.
Because
I have read it.
all this information should be given to you, that call them up, test it, and if it is such a bad, because nobody will see this, I don't think anybody will see this video, because it's even painful to me to listen to, because it's dropping so much. So maybe it will be good to check with the speaker and check the network beforehand, so that and if it's getting so much a problem, maybe just turn off the video, request him to turn off the video.
Yes, sir. Since we are having some network issues, uh, I think we will end this session here. Uh, yes, sir. Are you there? Okay, your voice is not audible, sir. Sir, your voice is not audible. I guess we already are out of time and our network is not working nicely. So we will wrap it up our session here. And thank you for joining us. Yeah, I guess we can end this live here. Thank you.